Okay, we're back. Now we have this done. Okay, and we're going to scoop a little more here where the spoon is actually going to start. This is just my way of doing a spoon. There might be people who might do this first and then do the handle, but you need a little bit of a round gouge when you do this. But let me show you how to do this. This is just consists of chip carving, and I know this isn't exactly accurate, but what I'm going to show you is how I do it. What I do is I make my cross, as you see it there. Let me show you. I can bring this up a little where it's going to be nice so you can see it. I take my knife and I kind of go deep towards the center and not as deep at the edge. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing it down from this corner all the way down, okay? So technically the deepest part should be right in the middle. Then I flip it over and I do one side at the same, you have to keep it at the same angle, okay? And then go and do the other side. Okay, that's how I get my chip out. Again, I start with the outside. I go very carefully. Try to get that as deep as you're supposed to. And you can see the angle I have my knife at. Then I go over here and I do a little chip there. And I flip it over and I do another one. Now, if it doesn't come out clean, try not to scrape it out, but then go back and redo your cuts. Alright? When I get a better view of this, I'll do this. So you do all 4 sides that way, and then you go to your next one. Okay? And that will give you that look. Okay? Now that one's a little smaller than that one, and that's okay. They don't have to be the same size or anything. Then, after you get that done, what you want to do is what I do is I take my little, I don't know where my other gouges are. I must have laid them somewhere from a show and I can't find them. But usually I use one that's maybe a little wider than this. But what you want to do is go kind of scoop this out. Be very careful. See how I'm pushing that along the line there? And I'm just kind of, and you have to feel how your grain is going, and if you feel that tug. Now you notice I can scoop a little bit out in the center already, which I'll do. But when you come here, you kind of work your way towards the edge. That's what I do. Okay, I kind of get it started where that edge is, and once I have that completed all the way around, you know, then I go back and I try to go as close to the edge. See how nicely I got that? But just taking my tool and kind of following that line on the top. You want to be careful you don't push your tool into it when you're scooping it out. And it's nice if you have a little bit more of a bend in this than what you would normally have. Simply because you can scoop it out a little bit better. You know, and it's all on how big your spoon's going to be and how what else you do with it, but it takes a while to get it scooped out. Now I don't use any rotary tools when I do this. It's strictly all by hand. So when you get done, you do it as deep as you need to, and as you see there, and we'll get it that deep. And then the last part what I had done was I put a little ridge around here. And this just consists of, and I'm just going to do part of it so you can see how to do it, because this will be my last video on this real quick. You're going to take your knife, okay, you're going to take your knife and you're just going to put hold it a little bit at an angle. You can use your parting tool with this if you like. Go back and scoop that right out. Alright? That's all we're doing. Okay, see? That's how you get your little ridge like I have right here. Okay? Alright? You do that and you do it all the way around. Alright. And then the hard part for me was getting this spiral. So what I had done was I started on the back, and I would kind of draw this on with a pencil all the way around and start working my way up. Excuse me. Actually, I did a little bit different. I have one there, and then, excuse me, I lost my voice. What you want to do is you just want to bring this around just like this. Okay? So they meet. And if you have to move that line over a little bit, then you do that. Okay? So you do it wherever you have to do it. Alright? And then you go all the way around, follow it, and work your way up. So I'm doing here. And you can keep going all the way around to there. And all this consists of is either taking your parting tool or your, you can take your knife and hold it at an angle both ways, and to start your little V-cut all the way around. Okay? And really, that's all it consists of, folks. It's a matter of just taking your time and making the spiral. And excuse me about my voice, I just keep losing it. But when you're done with it, then you take a 300, I take a 220 grit and then a 320 grit and then a 400 grit to this, and then, you know, sand everything down really well, and then go back. When you're sanding, you'll get all your marks off, and then make sure you sand this down really well. You can take a little piece of sandpaper and work it down in there, as I did here. And they're fun to make, you know, and then take some mineral oil to it, and then your project's done. I've been goofing around with some really tiny little stuff, like my little Amish girl here, or lady. I did that of a little piece. It's probably no longer than, oh, let me see how long this one is. 1 3/4 by a little over 1.5 inches. And I goofed around with a bear on the end of a stick, and all that. So they're really fun to do. Doing little stuff, doing new things. I hope you enjoyed this little series, and that explains how I did the spoon. They are a tremendous amount of fun. I'll get this one done, and I'll post this on Facebook later, what it looks like. Folks, thanks again for joining me here on the Carver's Woodshop. I really appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to watch my videos. And again, I apologize for taking so long to get something done here for you. But hopefully I'll have a couple other projects coming up soon again in the next few weeks. Okay, thank you folks, and take care and keep carving. Bye-bye.